What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to We the Champs. It's good to have you here. I'm your host, Jalen, and we have our co-host, Carolina Blue, for the day. Pretty much today we're going to be going over the first round of the NFL draft and also some the swinging club. We're going to be going over some MLB stuff, maybe doing some rankings, maybe not, maybe so, whatever. But before we do that, you guys already know the call to action. Hit that like, hit subscribe, bell notification, and share amongst everybody. All right, here we go. First round was last night. I can honestly say that this first round of the draft was a lot more exciting than a couple of the past ones because, I mean, we knew who was going first. I know y'all see the Walter Payton shirt. Shout out to my dad, a.k.a. Carolina Blue, for copying me this for Christmas, so much appreciated. Of course, with the number one overall consensus pick, that was going to be Caleb Williams, and it was really interesting. I mean, I kept hearing it go out. You know, of course, they're going to throw all kinds of names out there. They took Rome Odunze, the receiver from Washington, at number 9. So they got two pretty good hitters. Definitely picks to build for the future. I didn't think they were going to go receiver, because of their investment in DJ Moore, of course. And, they signed Keenan Allen from the Chargers over the offseason. So that was a big move there. The second pick was a little funny, but it was more so leaning towards Jaden Daniels. I believe everybody with the Commanders is really excited about that one. And you're looking at number 3. This was a tricky one. Apparently, the Patriots didn't have any they didn't have many offers for the 3rd overall pick. And that led to them just, trying to get a quarterback for the future in Drake May. And what's your take on Drake May? And what'd you say? What happened with this? There's a little bit of shade thrown here.
Yeah, I think he'll do good here. It's just that only contrast is he's starting with the new coach, rookie quarterback. So I think that'll be the only issue there. But they have a pretty decent team, a good team on both sides of the ball. And I think
the Patriots?
Yeah, the Patriots, yeah.
You sure?
Yes.
You looked at the offense?
Look at everybody else's offense, though. I mean, you got to. They had, who had quarterback prior to this?
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones, yeah. I mean, this is a huge upgrade from Mac.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, okay. He'll be a good leader for them.
They brought back Jacoby Brissett. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure there'll be competition like usual, but Jacoby Brissett being a veteran presence is definitely what we've seen from the past. Not a superstar.
But what got me about this is Bill Belichick's take on this. He's not too high on Drake May.
What'd he say?
I think he's just bitter because he don't have to say there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He was just saying Drake May kind of compared himself to Josh Allen.
Yeah,
like he doesn't have the athleticism that Josh Allen has, and that is he don't think he do get as Josh Allen did, but that's something to see. I mean, he's rookie quarterback. You got to let them develop. And Josh Allen didn't come out the gun fire like that, but take some time. Bill's just bitter right now.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. I watched that for like a brief second. Watch him talk on there. They were talking about like a trade within the division. They got one guy on the Pat McAfee show was saying, is it smart to like trade it to somebody in your division if you're helping them? And Bill mentioned it's like, you can think about them, but we have to think about your team and what's best for your organization first, other than, just trying to mess somebody up or screw somebody up and worry about what they have. So that was that was a big statement he made on there. And Drake May, solid. I mean, when you think of all these quarterback prospects, I mean, you just have to take who has the tools and who you believe is ready. And Drake May is definitely prospect with all the tools. I actually liked him over Jaden Daniels.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, just that prototypical size and the arm to make all the throws on the field. Jaden Daniels is good. His deep ball can, lose some velocity deep down the field, but he is an accurate deep thrower. So I just like the Drake May touch more. And honestly, I watched Drake May more. We saw him in person at one time.
Yep.
At the Carolina game. So I just have a bigger opinion on him than Jaden Daniels.
Yeah. But my thing with Daniels is them quarterbacks with his particular his style. I mean, the dual threats like that, they're rare.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have that much success in the league. So that's what I worry about.
Yeah, they're giving him comps to Lamar Jackson. I don't think he's electrifying as Lamar Jackson. He's fast, but there's other than Vic, there's nobody else quite like Lamar Jackson. And another one they gave him, which I hope he'll be better than, is RG3. But I felt like that was a pretty solid comparison as far as overall tools and whatnot.
RG3 not gotten hurt, man. I think he'd still be playing today.
Mm-hmm.
He still has an impact in the league.
Yeah, but Jaden just has to just not take those shots, man. That's it. All right, let's keep it sliding. So number 4.
Number 4.
Yeah, Marvin Harrison at number 4. That was the obvious pick. They lost Marquise Brown. He went to the Kansas City Chiefs. That was just the obvious pick. Best player available. They don't really have any stud. I mean, they have some guys that can play at the receiver position in Arizona, but they're talking about Marvin Harrison being one of the best receiver prospects of the decade.
Yep,
his son is Hall of Fame. I mean, his dad's Hall of Famer or future Hall of Famer or whatever. Just best player available. So they picked him. And he would have likely went a lot earlier, but, the quarterback value is just the quarterback can overall be graded less than other players, but they're just going to go ahead. All right. And
that was 5 quarterbacks taken in the top 10, right?
Right.
Wow.
So you're looking at the number 5 pick. This one was funny. They were talking about the Chargers trading out and getting some more picks down the road and, really selling that number 5 pick. And a lot of folks are like neighbors, because Mike Williams and Keenan Allen are going for the Chargers. And they picked Joe Alt. But a lot of folks are saying like, oh, yeah, this is Harbaugh's game, in the San Francisco, Stanford, Michigan. He just always believed in the offensive line. They said he even had a meeting with management and ownership and all them to tell them to quadruple down on the importance of very, very good offensive line play. So that one was a really interesting pick. However, it wasn't as surprising as I thought. And Joe Alt's, Joe Alt's a beast at offensive tackle. He was the number 1 ranked OT in the draft. Okay, the Neighbors went number 6. I really didn't like that pick for the Giants.
What do you think they should have went after?
I don't know, man. I really don't know for the Giants. I'm just not a fan of the pick. I don't know why. I don't know why. They have to build. I mean, they're paying Daniel Jones, so it just makes sense they go with him for longer. And it's like, okay, at the number 6 pick, are we going to take a quarterback, which I believe they could have, but I don't know. Something.
Who do you think they should have drafted?
Who I think they should have drafted?
Bo Nix?
Bo Nix? No, I wasn't that high on Bo Nix. Who do you think they should have drafted?
I'm just asking. I mean, I don't,
I don't know. I just wasn't a fan of Malik Neighbors right there. I don't know. Maybe, he's a big yak guy, so maybe Daniel Jones doesn't have to do too much to get on the ball. And Daniel Jones apparently,
He's a big what guy?
What did I say?
Yak.
Yeah, yards after receipt, yards after catch.
Okay, yeah.
So, you think of that in strategy. Daniel Jones throws on the ball on a quick hitch, slant route, and he makes the magic happen afterwards. So number 7, Now, I believe if Neighbors was available to Tennessee right here, they would have taken him.
Tennessee this is still right here for Tennessee.
The lineman?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And then they said the line was atrocious, so that's the area where they needed the most help. But I thought if Neighbors was available, they would have taken him. However, my favorite receiver after Neighbors was after Harrison was Roma Dunze. I actually liked the Dunze more than Neighbors.
Yeah.
All right. And here's the biggest surprise of the draft right here.
This right here is worse than what's they call them? Reveal party. Find out what you're gonna have and they end up getting this.
Yeah. Michael Penix. The Falcons did it twice. They did it twice in 2 years, 2 drafts, first round, number 8 pick. They just surprised everybody. They took Bijan last year, and they took Michael Penix Jr. with the number 8 overall pick in this year's draft. And apparently Kirk Cousins was not – that's what's going around. Kirk Cousins wasn't too excited about this pick.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Didn't just come off injury or something, surgery?
Yeah, he did. Achilles or ACL.
He's 35 years old. Nah. But yeah, man, this is a big pick.
It's good to look for. They're looking for succession at the position. And man, let me tell you, I had honestly my personal grade for Michael Penix. I had him right there with Daniels and Drake May. I was super high on this. I watched this guy play, dude.
Bro,
he's so good.
Like I told you before, they don't play the same brand of football on the left coast, if you can call it, versus on the East Coast, man. They right coast, as I'm saying, left and right. They don't play the same brand. Look at what's going on out there now. The conferences have pretty much been wiped out. Because they weren't playing the competition during the season. So therefore, when it comes to getting all these bowl games in the season, they've been left out because they don't play the stiff competition versus having to play everybody else on the East Coast.
It's viewership too. It's just football is just more popular over here. Like,
really.
And then
Not really.
Yes, it is. What are you talking about?
Really?
How do you say it's not really?
Why? Look, if you got USC, UCLA, and other schools out there who traditionally have known to sell out stadiums and stuff like that, who never been known to turn out the crowds. Just they don't have the same caliber talent in those games. The players in those games. That's why that's why I say that's why the conferences have pretty much been demolished now because they weren't playing good competition during the season. Come time for tournament picks and all, not tournament seedings, top 10. What do they call it? What do they call it?
The playoff rankings.
Yeah, the playoff rankings. They're getting left out. Well, look who you've been playing. You 8-0 in your conference. Look who you playing. Long Beach State. Oregon, stuff like that. Versus playing in the SEC. I'm not SEC. I'm ACC man. I'm gonna use SEC since that's what everybody's judged against. Versus Alabama playing Arkansas, A&M, Missouri's in East, but still though, this is the talent that they, the games they play all season. So they figure if they get into these tougher conferences and hey, you winning, hey, what you gonna say now? You got to do something.
Is that and it's the money with the Big Ten? Pac-12 they just weren't bringing in that revenue. Now the Big Ten, everybody's gonna make more money. We're gonna see Oregon versus Ohio State. Year to year in the middle of the season, beginning of the season. So, yeah, it's big for everybody there. Back to Penix. But back to Michael Penix.
He put numbers up, but like I say, he was playing against lesser talented.
They beat Texas. They beat Texas in the bowl game.
They did.
No, Washington was the real deal. Trust me. They beat Oregon twice.
I don't buy it. I'm still not on. But congratulations to him. Not taking nothing from him.
Yeah. And I had him graded above. I had him above McCarthy and Bo Nix, and all the pre-draft talk was saying Nix and McCarthy were going to go before him. I just knew this was going to happen.
But check this out. So
what's
they
up?
got their draft grade was a C. Why is that? Because they drafted Penix, or they should have drafted? I mean, because they drafted him, or they could have. There was something they better thought was out there, or what?
So I kept hearing the talk about a pass rusher, edge rusher, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4 edges that went in the first round. My bad, 5. The name I kept seeing was it Jalen Turner or Dallas Turner? I'm sorry, Dallas Turner from Alabama. And the first edge to go was Leotu Latu. My bad, I don't know how to pronounce that right. But Latu from UCLA, he was the first edge to go to the Colts at number 15. And, you know, that's where they were pointing him to go at. But, I mean, it's a new coach. He got some new things going on. And, you know, he wants to take a quarterback for the future.
And who was that coach? Raheem?
Raheem Morris, yeah.
Yeah. He should do good there, man. He's defensive minded. The offense is good. He should do good there. We'll see.
And let's see who else we got. Oh, Rome Odunze at number 9. I was surprised. There was a lot of not pressure, but there was a lot of draft Rome Odunze. And this one, I like this one because this is a guy that can, you know, grow with Caleb. You get another young guy, you know, other guys on the roster. You have Keenan Allen and DJ Moore. They're older vets, but this is somebody that can really rock with Rome Odunze in the future. I mean, Caleb Williams in the future and really grow with him.
Okay. He was a Washington guy. But all he had to do is catch the ball, sir.
Dude, did you not see the contested catches he made? I was telling you, I was on Washington all year. These boys are serious. All right. And number 10, Minnesota actually traded up. They got this pick from – who did they get this pick from?
JJ.
The Jets. They got JJ McCarthy. What do you think about McCarthy coming into this draft? Game manager or game changer?
I like him. I'll say he's probably a good game
or right there in between.
He's in between. But he did get that natty, so you know.
But he got the natty. But look at the team that was around him. They're Michigan's about to have 18 guys get drafted in this draft.
18.
Yeah, 18. I mean, no knock on him. You know, Burrow came out of LSU, and the entire damn offense got drafted then. However, Burrow put up staggering numbers. You know, you can argue to say they wouldn't have been that damn good with Burrow there. JJ McCarthy, you know, he's shown everything on film. However, he hasn't shown it consistently. Like it's like it wasn't until later. It wasn't until that Bama game, the college football playoff semifinals, that it was really him that took him over the top. And he really showed that off, especially on that final drive to score that touchdown to go over Bama. And, you know, you can say it's kind of similar to the same case for C.J. Stroud. And just a little way, not identically. So C.J. Stroud, they said he had a clean pocket quite often, threw the ball really great, just didn't really have to face much adversity being the quarterback at Ohio State. And then he had that one game at Georgia, and he showed out. He showed out. It's like everything people wanted to see extra from him. He showed that ability and continued to show that in the NFL stemming from the college football semifinals game.
Yeah, they should have won that game then.
Yeah, they probably should have. But he's in good hands with Kevin O'Connell. And then I like a lot of it is where he was going to. You know, if he went to somewhere like the Patriots or where he wasn't going to have, you know, really good offensive talent and play calling around him, that wouldn't have worked out probably too well.
All right.
And then Let's see. Right here, the Jets drafted Olu Fashinanu, offensive tackle out of Penn State. And 12, we had Bo Nix go to Denver. You feel that was a little reach?
Who they got? Who they got quarterback now? Who do they have? They got
I don't know, man.
because they got rid of Russ for. Let's see. Yeah, is that a slight against Knicks or what? That's just saying.
Not really. I mean, there was a lot of talk. There was a lot of chatter. Huh?
Go ahead.
Yeah, it was a lot of chatter about the Broncos drafting Knicks, and that being the guy Sean Payton knew who was going to fall to him, and a guy he really scouted and who he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see, man. We'll see how it goes. I'll give that one a B- though. A B-. Okay. Anything else interesting you see rounding out the rest of the round? I really just wanted to touch on that top 10. That's where the draft was the most exciting.
I like old boy went to Las Vegas.
Bowers.
Brock Bowers, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Let me see.
Bowers is nice.
Yeah, then after that, I mean, they were talking about how this was an offense.
Yeah, so there wasn't a defensive player picked until the 15th pick.
Yep.
Quarterbacks, offensive tackles, and wide receivers. And one tight end.
That's what Nick Saban said last night. Said you got to do quarterback, offensive line, and receivers. So that's your makeup right there. That's what you need. You need to focus on.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then let's round out this first round. So just touch on the team real quick. The Panthers. So everybody was disappointed, saying, we can get all into that what they did last year, but we're not. And they technically traded up for the first round pick and drafted Xavier Legette out of South Carolina. And, they're trying to build in that receiver room around Bryce Young.
Mm-hmm.
So,
bro, what I was telling you about, I'm sorry, it's just popped in my head.
Yeah.
About Kansas City, about the Chiefs.
Yeah.
They're saying they just won the Super Bowl.
Tell me about that one.
With the wide receiver Xavier Worthy, that was the kid that Buffalo had a chance to get.
Mm-hmm.
They passed on him and let Kansas City. It was a steal for Kansas City. Let's see. That's gonna be the new Tyreek for them. Gotta play chess with them guys, man.
He's small too. He's weighs 165 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So one thing I want to say, going back to the Xavier Legette or Legette, do you know how to pronounce it?
Let's Legette.
Legette from South Carolina. So when we went to the game, when they played this season, he caught 9. He was that receiver that was going off. He caught 9 passes for 178 yards.
I remember. Yep.
Yeah. Because I remember the one guy kept getting it. I forgot his name, but yeah, Xavier Legette. Okay. Nice. All right. Sweet. All right. So that about rounds it up for this